Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, GHA family and friends. We are back with another homework helper, and this is for 6th grade, lesson 28, problem set, okay? So I'm going to set this problem up for you because it's only 2 of them, so I want you to be able to finish, but I don't want to give you the answers. So I'm going to read this to you, and I'll set it up. It says, the Sparkling House Cleaning Company has cleaned 28 houses this week. If this number represents 40% of the total number of houses the company is contracted to clean, how many total houses will the company clean by the end of the week? Okay, so it said that they cleaned 28 houses, and 28 houses is equivalent to 40% of the total. So first things first, we need to take our 40% and write it as a fraction. So all fractions are out of what? 100%. So the denominator must always be 100. And then we're trying to figure out how we got 28 over here because these are equivalent, and we have to find out the total number of houses. The total number of houses. Okay? So the first things first, we need to simplify this fraction. It's not clear cut for us, so we need to simplify. Let's take our 40 over 100 and simplify it. So what do these two numbers have in common that they can be divided by to get our fraction into lowest terms? Lowest terms means just to simplify it down till we can't simplify it anymore. All right, so what these two numbers have in common is 20. Both of these numbers can be divided evenly by 20. So here's what it looks like. 40 divided by 20 and 100 divided by 20 is going to give you 2 over 5, okay? So that is as low as we can go as a fraction, okay? So instead of using 40 over 100, we're gonna use 2 over 5. And we know that that 2 is equivalent to 40, which is also equivalent to our 28. So we need to figure out how to go from 2 to 28. So what are we gonna multiply? What do these two numbers have in common that can be multiplied so that we can get 28 here? And then when we multiply this by that number, we're going to get our total number of houses that should be cleaned in a week, okay? So what can you multiply 2 by to get 28? And remember, when working with fractions, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom, okay? And that's going to give you your answer here. And then you need a complete sentence, okay? All right. Now I'm going to set up number 2 for you. It says Joshua delivered 30 hives to the local fruit farm. If the farmer has paid to use 5% of the total number of Joshua's hives, how many hives does Joshua have in all? So we're saying that the 30 hives is equal to 5%. All right, so again, we're starting off with our fraction or our percent as a fraction. So we're putting 5 over what, class? 100. All right, so we don't know yet if this is in lowest terms. We're gonna see. All right, so we put our 30 over here because it's gonna be equal to 5, okay? And we don't know what this one is. All right, so let's work now. Do these have anything in common they can be divided by? I see something. Let's try it. So if we divide 5 by 5, we get 1. So I'll put it here. Whatever we do to the top, we have to do to the bottom. So if we divide 100 by 5, we're left with what? 20. Okay? So let's see if we can move with this fraction that is equal to 5 over 100. So 1 over 20, and we're trying to figure out how to get it to be equal. All right, so what do we need to multiply the 1 by to get to 30? Remember, whatever you do to the top, you got to do to the bottom. And that's going to give you your bottom number. All right, so that will let you know the total number of hives that Joshua had. So you're also going to solve, but you're also going to need a complete sentence. Okay, have a good evening.